Hi Photo Class. This is a demo video on using WordPress as a beginner and starting with creating a page. I realized that some of you have given some feedback that said that the tutorials that WordPress provides, the videos, don't match up with the current format of what defaults when you created your new WordPress video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just make a custom video and update, and without overcomplicating it, basically WordPress allows you to use both what's called a block editor and a classic editor, which was their more traditional, and I thought that it defaulted to classic, but it actually defaults to block. So I'm sure that's been confusing for a lot of us. So I'm going to I'm logged in to a test site that I've made called dpstudiosonline.wordpress.com. I know I'm in the back end because my URL here is indicating it's starting with wordpress.com and then ending with my website URL. I also know that I'm in the back end because on this, I'm in a dashboard view right now, and I'm given options for customizing my site in this left-hand column. So I'm going to go ahead and start by dropping down this menu item right here. This is called Site, and these little arrows indicate that they can open and close. This is an accordion style formatting in website building. So I'm going to start with pages. And by default, most of your themes come with an about page, but I'm going to go ahead and show you how to start a custom new page. So I'm going to select this button here called Add New Page. And I'm starting here by, in this format, you'll notice this is a block format. I am looking at symbols that indicate that I'm allowed to, or given the opportunity, to create new content. So here's an add block option. It's reiterated up here as well. If I'm on the right hand column here, there's a cogwheel that allows you to open and close settings for this page. And I'm going to start by selecting this plus icon, and I'm going to create what's called a paragraph for text. So I'm going to start by saying this is my about page, is what I've typed. You have some abilities here to change the formatting to center, right justify. I can highlight this and bold it, italicize, make it a link, and so on. I can also duplicate this. I can insert before or after another block. I can edit in HTML, which we'll use and talk about more later, remove this block, and so on. Over here, there's some custom settings too for your particular block that you can choose to manipulate depending on which block you're using. In this case, it's paragraph, so I can play around with some of those block settings. If I come back to my document tab over here, it'll show you that the visibility is going to be public, and it's going to be published immediately if I select publish here. You have the opportunity to create a password protected page. You could, instead of publishing immediately, you could push it to a certain date and time. When you drop down this menu item here that's called permalink, you'll notice that the slug at the end of it is called the about, or says about, and that basically means that it's using what you titled that page at the end of your URL address. So this is dpstudiosonline.wordpress.com/about. If I selected this, it would open up in a new page and show me a preview of that. If you want to mess around with some of these other items too, you can select a featured image, and that would create an image above your title, and so on. If you want to play around with changing some of the template defaults, each theme is going to have a different set of options and customized options for pages. So you can play around with that as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and publish this page. And once this is published, you're given automatically the URL address. You can copy this link. You can also view this page, and you can see what it would look, or what it does look like publicly. That URL that I just copied should be the same as right here. And this is the URL that I want you to grab and turn in. So I'm going to go to test assignment. I've gone ahead and submitted this one already here, but I will unsubmit here and show you how to submit again. So I'll delete this. I'll go back. This is the test course I've created, so I believe this is close to what you're seeing on your end. I select classwork here, and I'm going to view this test assignment that I created, and I'm going to add a link. So when I add this link, I paste that URL and add it, and then turn it in. When I turn that in, I can test it by selecting that link, which will take me to that About page. Now I'm going to do another demo that will show us how to create a gallery on a page, and then I'll also show you with another demo how to customize and create what are called menu items, so people can navigate to your pages independently on your website. Alright, thanks.